you want to do it this time? Oh, please do it.
I tried to do it last time.
Yeah, but now do it. Like without me like.
I was so prepared to be like, "Hi, we're starting. Go."
This is the podcast. Okay, I'm gonna start the music.
3, 2, 1. Hey, and welcome back to That Podcast. I'm Mark Soljum, and you're joining us today. And as always, we have Pastor DJ Lura with us. We have Dana Mashevsky and Sarah DeYoung. And we are talking about stuff today, God and stuff.
On That Podcast.
On That Podcast. Woohoo! That's my best radio voice right there.
I mean, I think we talked about this
Sponsored
in the last...
to you today by...
We could always play back the original...
I think we're
Colin
good.
that you did.
I think we're good without
Oh, it
that.
was so good though.
I think we even have like a Rogue Paul.
If you
want
want to hear the original, just go back, and listen to one of the first podcasts. Just the first few minutes of it.
Okay.
Are you saying you're getting better with time? Is that what you're saying?
We're like
I talk now, so yeah.
we're like good wine, fine cheese.
Fine wine, fine
It's
cheese.
only taken what? How long you been here? 3 years?
4 years.
4 years?
Sort of a brief.
4 years. Dana's almost talking. It's pretty good stuff. I will
Maybe by
say,
year 5.
Stop picking on Dana. She's one of
I
my
know.
favorite people.
Dana's awesome because Dana does Herculean work behind the scenes, but
Yes.
she just
Where
gets
I like to be.
like behind the scenes, she's like ninja, right?
Yes.
But if you get her out in front, she just
Media ninja.
she's just
Don't do
ready
it.
to
Don't do
just
it.
disappear back into the shadows.
Well, that's the way it works.
But-
Maybe if we got you one of
Yeah.
those sort of those thin masks, with the
See, I was thinking more of that like famous Simpsons gif where what's his face?
Oh, Homer goes into the
back into the
bushes.
shrub.
oh yeah,
Like
yeah, sort of
that's
just
Dana when
gently
you're like, and
backs
Dana?
in.
Exactly.
You need a shirt like our friend has a shirt that says, "Ask me about my ninja disguise," and then he lifts up his shirt
Yeah.
and it's just got a ninja mask
But
there.
Dana's would say, please don't ask me anything.
Yeah, right.
Don't ask me about my. I'm not here.
I'm not here. You saw nothing.
Exactly.
But I was going to say that in having gotten to know Dana over the last couple of years, she is, don't tell her that I said this, but she is a very, she's got a great heart and she's got a praying spirit. Like when she starts praying,
Okay.
it's powerful stuff. So don't tell her I said anything though, because I don't want to like
Embarrass her. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, the doors are
It's
only
just
get so big
between
in this building.
you and
Yeah,
me.
right.
It's just between you and me and the you know.
and our
And the whole
I think you
internet.
forget though that
Podcast
Dana
and our
listeners.
edits
millions
these.
and millions of friends on that podcast.
Yep.
So anyway, last time we were talking about the season of Lent and what is Lent without the other seasons leading up to Easter. First of all, you have Ash Wednesday, which is the kickoff of Lent.
What's Lent got to do?
Woo.
Got to do with it?
Woo!
Yeah. Sorry.
Keep going. I was just feeling it.
Keep writing.
That's all you need.
Feeling the groove.
All you need is Lent.
So last night, that brings me on to something else. There's this on Netflix.
Aren't you glad I'm here?
I just want the soundbite of DJ going, woo! It was just so spirited. Like,
Well, you have it. It's
I do.
recorded. You can cut it. On Netflix, there
Don't
is
think I won't.
There's a. If I go too long in the sermon, all of a sudden you're just gonna hear.
Woo!
That's the cue. In the
can
back
you
be like,
cover it to be like the Emmy music that they play?
it's your sign to be like, all right, wrap it up.
What was that? Dana just got a text message. Woo!
So, do you guys still have Netflix?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Is Netflix still a thing? They have.
They just released Avatar, Last Airbender live action.
They did. They did. It looks good too.
I haven't heard
Yeah.
good reviews from it, though.
I haven't either. It's why
Is
I
that
haven't
the,
started
with
it.
the little kid that they had to shave his head every day? I just saw a
Yes.
very brief clip where he was talking about his behind the scenes. And he's like, it really hurt because they had to like
He
razor
had to
shave
be,
his
like,
head every
bald,
day.
Bald. Yeah. Bald.
When they
The
just
weird
put a
things that
bald
stick
cap
in
on
my
him.
brain.
Because
Right?
they did that in the... Oh, wait, they didn't do that in the last movie. Anyways, it looks bad. Although the one girl, her wig, not good.
Oh.
Anyways.
I liked it. What can I
Netflix.
say?
Have you watched
Have
it?
you watched it?
I watched the
The whole
first
thing?
half hour of the first episode.
Then why did you ask if Netflix was still a thing?
No, I asked you guys all
Oh.
if Netflix was still a
Yeah.
thing, and then
Oh.
Dana busted in on Avatar, and I just went with it. But I wanted to talk about something else. There's a
ADHD
documentary. There's a documentary on the making of the famous song "We Are the World."
Oh.
Have you guys seen this?
The
No, but it's
not
on my list.
It's good.
I've seen the music video.
You've seen the
um,
music video? Very nice. Very nice. Did you know that Prince was supposed to? Prince is not on it,
Oh,
Correct.
but he
He
was
was
supposed to be. Yeah, he was supposed to
Oh.
be. And it was this whole thing. Like Lionel Richie was the if y'all know who Lionel Richie is, right?
yeah.
Oh,
and
what
Earl
a
Richie's dad.
feeling. Yeah. Her dad. He was a huge star in 84, 85, and it was the American Music Awards. And I guess it was a really big
Wait,
deal
for a minute,
at
I
that
just thought it
time.
was- Nope, that's the wrong one.
He was
Okay.
the host of it, and he and Quincy Jones. You got to know who Quincy Jones is. The guy made every famous song ever.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, everybody. They got together and wrote this song. Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie wrote the song for aid relief. Like Band-Aid had just come out, and that was a big deal. And so they partnered with it to do an American version of it. And they scheduled it to get all these stars to come at the same time on the night of the AMAs. So the AMAs get done at like 10 or 10:30, and all these stars, all these musicians, singers, go and they record until like 6 in the morning with like 70 of these rock stars from
After
that time.
spending an evening
Drinking,
Yes.
at the award ceremony.
Yes,
In the
or
80s, right? So then
in the 80s, it wasn't just drinking. So he knows what else was going on. But it whether they were drinking or not, that didn't really come across in the documentary. What did come across was,
sure.
yeah, well, they didn't talk about it. So, but what did come across was like the rivalries and some of the egos.
Well,
'Cause,
it was
like,
just after the AMAs. So.
Well, Cyndi Lauper was there.
Stars have egos.
Yes, Cyndi Lauper was
Rivalries?
singing, but Madonna wasn't.
Oh.
And at that time, and the other big rivalry was Michael Jackson and Prince, because
Oh.
Michael Jackson had Thriller and Prince had Purple Rain, and Prince swept the awards at the EMAs. Michael Jackson didn't even go. He probably knew he wasn't going to win anything. He was actually at the studio putting down some of the pieces that ended up in We Are the World. But as the night went on, Prince was like, hey, I want to come, but I don't want to sing with everyone. I want to play a guitar solo. And Lionel Richie was like, we'd love to have you come sing. We have a part for you, but we don't need a guitar solo. So Prince never came, and they ended up giving his solo to Huey Lewis.
Ah,
Oh.
Yeah, so it's just it's
that's news to
fascinating.
me.
Yeah, it was the news. That is the news.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I encourage anyone, if you want to feel nostalgic for the 80s, and the super famous song, which is still raising
You're
money.
assuming that your demographic here is all.
Let me tell you something. You guys are hardcore FMSC fans, and if you're about feeding kids, We
Hey,
Are the World is your
Everybody
soundtrack.
knows what We Are the World is. That's also really funny because I had just fallen down a hole on TikTok of this teacher who
Of who plays it, and then
Yes.
it's like, do you know who this is?
and she was like, okay, if you're going to be in my class, we're going to watch this. You're going to know who everybody is in this. So like she had let her students guess, and just watching them guess was hilarious.
It's a good
Because
series.
they weirdly got Cyndi Lauper.
Well, she's kind of hard to not.
Yeah, and they got
She's unique.
Michael Jackson. Like they got a bunch of these like well known, but
Obvious.
then they got like Kenny Rogers. Was he on it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, that's Kenny Rogers.
But you know who
It's like-
wasn't? Dolly wasn't.
I know.
Can you believe that?
I think that was in her hiatus year.
It's almost like you're surprised about the big stars at that time that
Yeah.
weren't part of it, like Dolly Parton.
I'm just gonna rain on everyone's parade. I don't like that song.
Really?
No, it's so schmaltzy.
Well, it's meant to be an anthem.
It's
Like they even talk about it. They use like
it doesn't solve any
the
problems.
Spangled Banner as a template.
Yeah, but it doesn't like solve any problems.
It doesn't solve problems, but you know what it does do? That I
Gets
think
the
we who
people
are big
going.
FMSC fans could learn from is the power of
Raise money.
yes, because that's what its strength is more than anything.
Yeah.
is its ability to raise money for.
Well, you know,
that cause.
I'm cynical in these ways because and it's my theology. Like things like that maybe raise some money, and they do raise some money and they do some good, but they don't actually like move the needle all that much in terms of the world and changing the world.
What I was thinking in watching
I know I'm
it-
going to get some hate from that.
No,
aren't I?
no. I think that's fair. I will tell you that from my perspective in watching it and remembering it when I was a kid, but because of the experience of FMSC, I'm like, man, how good would this type of thing be if they partnered with a group like FMSC, where it's not money being raised for some big like UN agency.
I'm just picturing all of the stars in my head right now, and that's I was mimicking out a few of them, but what you can't see on the podcast. No, but yeah.
Well, and it's funny that you say that too, because a lot of the kids that you're talking about would probably know there was another version of it. They re-recorded it.
Yeah, it was terrible.
But they kept one part known as the like Michael Jackson part, and that's just his part singing. They didn't have anyone try to do that one over again.
Who would you put in it right now? Like you said, Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah,
I mean,
Taylor
who
Swift.
else would you?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor,
for
of
sure.
course. If you
Olivia
could get her,
Rodrigo.
unless you paired her with somebody
Well,
that she.
No, you got to pair it up with Taylor Swift opens, and then it goes into the Philadelphia Eagles players that did the Christmas album.
Oh my!
You know what?
That's
This is actually a really good exercise because is 84. When we look at the people there, we might think, well, whatever. They're old stars. At the time, they were bigger than anything. So who would it be? Beyonce.
Oh yeah,
Beyonce,
Taylor Swift.
Could you get them in the same room?
Olivia
Oh
Rodrigo.
yeah,
That was
they're actually friends.
Yeah.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
that
I
was the
stand
issue with
corrected.
We Are
This
the
is,
World.
you know what? This is actually probably it would be more successful
Justin
this year
Bieber?
because
We're
Yeah.
gonna get Justin
there's
there.
less
You'd have to.
feuds.
Harry
Yeah.
Styles.
Get less what?
Yes.
You'd get probably better traction from stars because so many of them now
Oh.
are friends rather than like.
Doing the
I feel
feud
like once
thing.
you get into the like rap world a little bit, you get those feuds, but like
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you
Those
couldn't
don't
have
die.
Megan Thee Stallion and was it
Nicki.
Cardi B
No,
and
it's
Nicki
Nicki.
Minaj?
yeah, Nicki
Odd
Minaj
Nicki?
though also wouldn't be allowed in
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
space
Yeah,
due to the audience.
opposite sides of the room.
Yep.
Quincy Jones wouldn't bring them all together. You don't think?
Get
No.
like the
No.
Weekend and Usher. Get some
Oh,
of that
Usher.
in there.
Usher. Which
Mm.
then you could probably get Usher to bring
Alicia Keys.
Alicia
and
Keys.
Lil Jon.
Ludacris
Oh, I was
and
gonna
Lil
say
Jon.
Lil Jon on We Are the World. That would be awesome.
How about
T-Pain.
Oh, man.
I want
Gotta
T-Pain to
get
produce
Lady
it.
Gaga in
so
there.
good.
Lady Gaga. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gaga.
I'm trying to think who's the Morgan Wallen would have to be in
Morgan
there.
Wallen.
Yeah, some country.
Not Zach Bryan.
Luke Combs.
Mm.
Luke Combs would bring in Tracy
Ta-
Chapman.
Casey McGrath.
Tracy Chapman. Yeah, get a little old school
oh,
in there
Casey
too.
Musgraves.
Musgraves. I was like, that's not her last name. What is it?
Lana Del Rey.
What's the
Lana
guy
Del
that did the duet with
Tracy
at
Chapman?
the awards? No, not Tracy.
Oh,
the-
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll.
Yes,
I love Jelly Roll.
you gotta get
I
Jelly
don't
Roll in
understand
there.
the
Absolutely.
Jelly Roll.
He's fascinating.
So in the
It's
original We
very
Are the World, they had two that one of them makes sense to me. The other one didn't. They had Dan Aykroyd and Bette Midler. So who would be a modern equivalent of Dan Aykroyd? He's the Ghostbusters was
yeah.
a huge
Yeah.
movie at that time.
Anna Gaster.
Anna Gaster.
She was on SNL.
Okay.
And she's got like a whole bunch of singing albums now.
Oh, she does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adam Sandler.
Oh yeah, for
I was
sure.
trying to
Adam
go that route. I
Sandler.
was like Adam Sandler or who's another one that would just be like really out of pocket.
Kristen Wiig or
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel like you're
Kristen
going-
Wiig.
Or,
I was thinking
Drew
like
Barrymore. You're gonna have Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
you could then easily get Drew. Yeah, if
Mhm.
you did.
Or the guy that sang in The Wedding Singer that did the was that Boy George? Gotta get Boy George in there.
Oh, why can't I
I
think of her
don't
name
really
now?
want to hurt me.
Then they all just leave with their 2 meatballs.
Yeah.
Oh, why can't I think of her name?
Mike Myers. Get Mike Myers in
Mike
there.
Myers.
Yeah.
What else is she in?
Devil Wears Prada.
Anne Hathaway?
Nope.
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep.
Oh.
That's who I was thinking of. Just randomly throw.
Did we have an
Meryl Streep.
actual topic today, or is
Yeah,
this the
what
topic?
were we
Well,
talking about?
I got a little sidetracked because this is kind of fun.
A little.
What about Ryan Gosling
Oh.
Ooh.
in
The-
the Dan
actually-
Aykroyd role?
How
Oh,
about
and
for-
then you need like then you need The Rock in there too.
Oh, see, I was thinking
Right?
for that.
You're welcome.
You
Yes.
have Ryan Gosling and
Yes.
then all the Kens from the Barbie movie as his
Oh,
backup
no.
singers.
Oh, no, no.
Yes.
That's just terrible.
Oh, I love that sequence. It's so
I
funny.
think we're on to something here. Then what about Bette Midler?
Hey,
Bette
producers,
Midler's a big,
if you're
like-
listening, we don't even need just a little byline.
Yep.
Yeah.
Would you have the guy who did Hamilton in like the Bette
Lin-Manuel
Midler role,
Miranda?
Yeah.
or the lady who sang
Or the
the
guy that-
Frozen song,
Yeah. Yep.
whatever her
Idina
name is?
Menzel.
And
Is that her name? The one, the like super
Yes.
great
Dina
singer?
Menzel.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's amazing. Yep.
Yeah.
Wicked.
What I like,
Rent.
I like the
Oh,
guy
shit.
that also does George Washington in.
Chris.
Yeah.
He's got a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
Oh, what it? Chris,
I also love him in In the Heights. He does a
Christopher-
great. He's like
Oh.
a side character in the Heights,
Yep.
but he
because
does
he's
such a
in
good job.
everything that Lin-Manuel Miranda does.
Yeah,
he
but-
also plays
Oh,
Moana's dad.
And the guy who plays
Oh, really?
Olaf.
Oh,
Josh
Gad.
Josh Gad.
Yes.
Well, you talking about Hamilton?
And
the
then,
guy,
of course, like Jimmy Fallon's got to be in
Yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah.
Just throwing a good old Jimmy Fallon.
guy-
With
And
the
then Will
roots.
Ferrell's in the background, like, "What are we? We are the world. What about the children?"
the guy in Hamilton.
trying to make a better day?
Who plays Richard Burr is a famous singer too. The guy who plays
Aaron Burr?
Aaron Burr. I'm sorry.
Leslie Odom Jr.
Yep.
Yeah.
These guys are
I
amazing.
was also thinking,
Right?
I'm like, you know, that guy with
Who
the that
plays-
sings with the stuff.
he's.
I think we're onto something. Let's start working on this now
also
for the
in
next
Frozen.
FMSC event.
He's
We
also in
feed
Book
the
of Mormon.
children.
Yes.
He's in Spring
Starts with a
Awakening.
J, doesn't it?
Yep. The guy who plays Sven and Kristoff.
He plays the king in Hamilton.
He's also in
Oh,
Glee.
Jonathan.
Yep.
Jonathan Groff.
Jonathan Groff. Got
There
there.
was a J.
There we go.
Yep.
But I kept going Josh Gad, and I was
Yep.
like, that's not right.
Yep. That's one of my favorite songs from Hamilton. Is the
You'll
is
Be
the
Back.
the Kings? You'll be back. Yep.
I love
good.
I just like the unhingedness.
Oh, he's
of
so good.
that
There's
song.
so many. I always fall down the like YouTube rabbit holes of like
then the spit
interviewing.
takes.
Yes, they're like, "Why do you spit so much?" He's like, "I wish I had a good reason." People have
I'm just-
gone into all these like conspiracies. I drink a lot of water. I spit when I sing. Sorry.
So I just looked
He has
up.
to practice walking
Oh,
with that
yeah.
huge crown
'Cause
on
it
his
was
head.
heavy.
Yes.
So this is a side note, but I looked up who Richard Burr is because I'm like, how do I know that name? He was a senator in North Carolina from 2005 to 2023. So
Yeah.
yeah, he'll be in the "We Are the World" remix.
It's like
That's the ultimate ending.
He was my senator for a
popped
couple
up
of
there.
years there. All right. Well, that was fun. Let's move on.
It's like that old school commercial. Did you ever see that where the guy was eating a peanut butter sandwich and there's a thing on the radio and they
Oh.
call him and they're like
Oh, and then he has to
who
answer-
shot Alexander Hamilton? And he's got this.
It's a got milk commercial.
Yes, it's a Got Milk commercial.
That's such a good commercial.
Oh, that's great.
All right. Back
We
to.
should talk about.
Okay.
Kidding.
No. What do you want to talk about, Dana?
My
Whatever you want to talk
This
about,
is your
DJ.
show.
No, literally.
We're just here to give you color commentary. So,
Oh man.
Lent.
Dana Banks left. She's going up for this shot. And score.
Ash Wednesday. Do you guys know what Ash Wednesday is all about?
Like,
The beginning of Lent starts with Ash Wednesday.
Remembering you are dust,
Mm-hmm.
and to dust you shall return.